Welcome to the Knocked Off Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Jeans.
They're a bit tighter, like a bit more, especially how big Marnie is. Cha-ching! Yeah, it's just my balls are really saggy. Yes, hello and welcome back to another great episode of the Knocked Off Podcast. How are we today, Isabella?
I'm good. How are
good.
you?
I'm good.
Love that.
Poking along.
Yeah. How's your day?
It was all right. Same old, same old.
On that Monday work grind.
Yep.
Does my voice sound a bit like croaky to
Yeah,
you?
you sound a bit funny, but we will go on.
Sorry, everyone. So how'd you spend the weekend, Jet?
I watched a couple of movies.
What movies?
I'll get in that a
Harry
bit.
Potter.
I'll get into that a bit later on. I want to sort of lead it into
Okay.
Instagram, bit of pop
I
culture.
feel like I'm always ruining what you want to talk about.
No,
Hey.
it's okay.
You can't play with your doodle when there's a video on.
Yeah, what else? Not much. That was about. Watched a couple of movies. Went to the gym.
That's a good weekend,
Yeah, I did fuck all. I didn't have
isn't
much.
it? Like after all this, like Christmas season, it's kind of probably been your first weekend to
Yeah.
just do nothing.
House was pretty clean, so I
Yeah.
didn't really have to get in and do too much,
Yeah.
which was good. So I did that. Watched the Supercross, but obviously we'll get into that a bit later on.
Oh yes.
But yeah, that was about my weekend. What about yours? Yours was a bit more exciting.
Yeah, I went away for hens on Friday. I've come home today. Got home about lunchtime, and it was very full on. Like we had lots of activities and things. It was really fun. It was great, but I think we were all really like ready to be home.
Not part of that bend of life, bros.
Yeah, I can't do it, and it's really sad because I'm literally like 21, and I'm like I can't keep up.
I just got to be around the right group, really.
Yeah, and like to be fair, like Friday night wasn't a huge night, but I think everyone was just like, some people went a little bit too hard on the Friday night, but then
First night fevers.
but then the other half was also like, oh, I don't want to feel like shit tomorrow. But then on the Saturday, we started drinking at 12 p.m. We went on to a party bus for 4 hours, I think, or 3 hours, and then got off, went to like the yacht club, and got onto the yacht for like another few hours. So by this time, it was just like a bit late and everyone was buggered, and we tried to go out and we all just stood in a circle, like, and everyone was just like, this is not it. Like,
Not the
you
vibe.
could just tell we were all so tired, but we're trying to fight it. So Retros on the Gold Coast is actually really cool. Like they play good music, so that's where we went. Have you ever been there?
No.
No, it was quite fun. But yeah, like yesterday we just swam at the beach and at the pool, went out for dinner at, I think it was called White Rhino. And after like the weekend we'd had, we all just went a bit crazy on the food. So they had like all these share platters and stuff. And our table was just full of food. Like we went crazy and we didn't eat it all because we were all just so full. But then of course, what do? Go to Max Brenner afterwards, like feed up on some dessert.
Yeah, you sent me that photo. Jeez, made me feel a bit sick actually
Yeah.
looking at it.
Yeah, we did share it, but it was delicious. I will say I had oysters Kilpatrick at the Surfers Pavilion, and they're probably the best I've ever had. They were so good. Like you could just tell how fresh the oysters were, and I'm sad that we don't live close to the beach, so I won't experience like oysters like that for a really long time again. But God, they were yummy. And I wish I ordered 3 and I could have sat and just kept like going. It was so nice. So I just want to go back for like the food, because the food is just so much better there.
Yeah, food is good.
And like takeaway is just so easy. We're right on like Cavill Avenue, and yeah, it was really good. It was really fun, but I'm happy to be home. Washed the sheets, washed my clothes, unpacked my bags. So I'm ready for the week, I think. But yeah, that was my weekend.
Fair bit more exciting than my weekend, by the sounds of it.
Oh, probably a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was good.
So lead into the pop culture. The movies I watched were No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence. You know that? Have you seen that one?
No, I don't think so.
Like, have you seen it advertised?
Is it new?
Yeah. I'd like rent it to watch
Who did
it.
you say was in it?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, I love her. No.
Yeah.
She's probably my girl crush, I reckon.
Well, you want to watch this? She's fully nerd. You see everything in it.
Like, all of it.
You see Puss and
Puss.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it, like R-rated?
I don't know.
How can you do that? So
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence's vagina is...
Oh, like you don't get right up there to it, but
Did you pause it?
yeah. No,
She's
I
so
did.
sexy.
But that it was alright. Wasn't what it was really hyped up to be.
Fair.
But then I watched, or before that, I watched that on Sunday night for a bit of a wind down. But Saturday afternoon, I watched Saltburn.
Oh, did you watch all of it?
Yeah.
Messed up.
Yes. So, guys, if you don't want any spoilers, turn off now and come back on. I don't know when. You're just gonna have to guess.
I would say, like, in about 8-10 minutes.
I don't know, but would
you
you
probably
like?
don't want to watch it. I don't think I want to know.
Yeah, I don't think you'll watch it. So do you?
No,
you just
God,
talk
no.
So basically, there's just a lot of weird shit that happens. Bit of necrophilia is in it.
Oh, I think that scene. I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm not going to go as
Oh, I feel sick already.
too far.
It's just, is it weird or is it what? How would you describe it? What with one word?
Weird's not even the right word, I don't think. Fucked up?
Yeah, like really fucked up.
Not really, but fucked up. Like,
It's just like.
and the way it ends is just
So
like,
what's the point of it? Who's created this?
I don't know. I think the
Is there a story behind it?
I think the characters are just from a book, but I couldn't really grasp
Yeah,
the whole thing, and the
concept.
storyline doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah,
There might be more, and I don't like watching a movie then having to go and do research on it to understand it.
God
Like
no.
most of the time, I can understand.
Yeah,
a movie.
yeah. That's annoying when you have
and
to try
another
and
really
work
weird
out
part of
what
the
it means.
movie, there was intercourse taking place, and I'm just gonna say something gets eaten. It probably shouldn't.
Oh,
What are you thinking?
I don't even know.
It's red, by the way. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Just-
just move on.
But then the movie ends while the dude runs through this house. No, you see his dick. It flies around a few times to Murder on the Dance Floor.
That's fun. Is that why you was listening to that
Yeah.
song?
It's a good tune, but it's fucking. It was
Probably
just
ruined it. It would ruin it for me if I watched that.
No, it's actually made me like it more. It's like
Did you enjoy it at all?
I was interested the whole time because I was like, I was
But not
expecting
because
twists
it was
and
like
shit.
good.
It's a good movie. Like
Oh, so it's a movie. I thought it was a series.
no,
for some
a
reason.
movie.
That is fucked up. I don't want to watch it.
But like from a film standpoint, like I can like the movie, but as a person,
No,
not a big fan of it.
I don't think any normal person would say that it's, like that they're a fan of it.
No.
Hey.
It's fucking
So what's it
weird.
on?
Prime Video.
Oh yeah.
So I had to get that, but there's some good stuff on there. I might keep
Yeah. Well,
subscribing.
I will
I've got
let
a
you
30-day
know.
free trial.
We haven't had Netflix for how long? Do you think?
12 months.
Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't watched Netflix in a long time. And today, I just randomly went on there because I really wanted to watch Gilmore Girls, and it just let me in. So I was like so happy. I'm like, we might actually have something new to watch until it works out to kick us off again. And when I say to kick us off, it's because we are on someone else's account, like that lives, like Jet's sisters or Jet's family's account. So it doesn't.
Yeah,
It
price
kicks you off because of the IP address. It's so dumb.
gouging motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Have we spoken? Oh yes. I was
What?
gonna say, have we spoken since I got hacked? We have.
Yeah, it was pretty fresh.
Yeah, it was a bit triggering at the time. I will let everyone know I got a new card today.
Do you want to
So-
read the numbers on the front, the
Yeah.
numbers on the back, and
There's no numbers
The
on the
expiry?
front.
just all the
It's-
numbers on the back?
It's so weird. The new Commonwealth cards are really strange, but I can now buy things again. Love my life.
So anyway, that's my pop culture for the week. If we want to roll into Instagram for you.
Yes. So, first thing is, do you know the YouTube family, like the Ace family?
I've heard of them. Is that the one that smacked the kid on the arse in like a sexual way?
Oh, I don't know. They're very similar, I would say, to like the LeBrant
Have you got a picture
family
of them there?
in like the way that they're like controversial.
Yeah, that's them. That's the one.
Is it?
Yeah, the dad does
Well,
it. It's fucked up.
The parents are getting divorced.
Mm.
Interesting, right? So they've both put out like a statement to say that it's like heartbreaking and whatnot. I just want to know, do you think it's like impact from the media that's caused this, or do you reckon there's some shit going down?
Bit of both, probably, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Would be hard, like for sure, having every aspect of your life
You
displayed.
can't really have any like dramas.
No, like
Like you got to like keep putting
and
out
like
content
it's
and
very
shit.
normal for people to get divorced, but when you're in the spotlight, it just would make. I think it would make it so much harder. They've got 3 kids, and yeah, they're quite the controversial family, so that's interesting. This one I find so funny and I love it. So I didn't know this, but the state of
I've put Isabella onto pedestrian TV. What do you reckon?
it's pretty good,
All right.
but I don't know if it's like actually accurate or if it's.
I think
bit
it's
like
better than Daily Mail.
Okay, I think it's all right. So Victoria, like the state of Victoria, did a census on pets for the year 22 to 23, right? Like that financial year, I think. Now, I didn't even know that this happened or it was a thing. And like we've got family in Victoria, so I'll have to ask if it was like just selected.
So they're just trying to see what
Crew
pets
or
and
whatever.
stuff are.
Yeah. So they received over 37,000 responses from pet owners. And
What a census was like you had to do it
but I don't think it can be like
because it's for pets. You're not really
Yeah,
allowed to
like-
enforce it by law.
yeah, because a pet isn't like compulsory, right? Like not everyone's gonna have one. But it's like presumably some
You'd think there'd be more than 37,000 people in the state of Victoria with a pet.
yeah, but not some people would have been like, that's fucking dumb.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So it was held in July of 2023. It says presumably some pets pretending to be their own owners for tax deduction purposes. So they asked about pets' names, ages, feeding habits, costs, how often they go to the vet,
Fuck,
where
no
the
wonder the other
pets-
people didn't want to fill it out.
where the pets are kept, how many pets a person has, how they came to own their pet, and the impact they believe their pet had on its owner's livelihood. Isn't that funny?
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
It says, unfortunately, it did not ask owners what religion their pets subscribe to. So it found that 58% of Victorians own a pet. And according to its estimations, over 1.4 million homes in the state have a pet. That's a lot of people.
That'll make it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of the south of Australia,
Yes.
did you see that there's a Sheila from Tasmania who is now the Queen of Denmark?
Who?
I don't know her name. I heard it on the radio today. Look that shit up. But she's from Tassie.
Queen Mary.
I don't know. Like very recently, I think
Yeah, it would have been Queen Mary.
they just got married.
Have you never heard of her?
She was only just been made a queen though.
Yeah.
She would have been a
But
princess.
she's been princess.
Yeah,
And she's always been like very popular.
first I've heard of her.
It's because they're not like, I don't really understand how it works
I don't
with
think they-
these royals. But
I don't think they mean
she's
anything.
been in like, she's been very, very like in the spotlight for a long, long time.
Not for me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
she's from Hobart. That's cool. Anyway, this census, I just find it really funny.
you got your mic a bit close to your mouth, brother.
Sorry. So 41% of homes had a canine companion, and only 24% had cats.
Yeah, good. Should be 0%.
People even submitted responses for having fish and birds, and there was 6% of people that submitted an other which includes like insects and snakes and
Ugh.
stuff. Gross. On that, what's like the weirdest animal that like you think people have had as pets? Like in Australia, I would say.
Snakes is up there. It's a weird fucking pet to have.
Imagine going over like to like a friend's
I've been
house.
to. I've
Have you?
experienced that. Yeah.
Did you freak the fuck out?
Yeah, and then he fed it like a frozen mouse.
Oh, ew! How old were you?
10-ish, younger probably. It was fucking
Or did
weird.
you get really scared?
Yeah, it fucking freaked me out.
Were you like just like trying to stay
Yeah.
away from it? That's so
Had
weird.
it in his room. It was fucking weird as.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, snakes up there.
You know what I've been saying a lot? Like, obviously, this isn't in Australia. I can't think of what they're called. I'll have to look it up. They're like those cats that are very big.
I don't think you can get them in Australia though.
No, but like in America. Have you seen them?
Yeah, Michael Jackson had a monkey, didn't he?
Oh, that'd be cool, don't you think? But monkeys are very, like, they have to wear, like, nappies and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan Pappenhausen, he had praying mantises. Is that the right way to say the plural?
They're like a
Praying mantis.
mantis. Yeah, probably a praying mantis.
But then he didn't realise like the ones he had, and they just kept breeding. So he had heaps of them apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a really random pet.
Mm.
Wow.
Fucking weird pet to have.
Yeah. I can't think of what these cats are called, but they're
I know what
really,
you're talking about.
they're really
fucking weird
strange.
looking.
And apparently they're quite aggressive, which, like, it makes sense, right? But
I don't think they're domesticated.
there's this girl I saw on TikTok that she's had the cat since it was like, I was about to say a puppy, a kitten. It's got like its own bedroom and like its own playroom and all this shit. It's so weird. I reckon that thing could just bite you and like bite your face off. Anyway, I think that census is quite cool. And I'm pleased to know that Arnie is not in the top 50 or top 60 most popular pet names.
That's good.
I feel like we went well there. And just in case anyone's feeling shit about the cost of living crisis, I just thought I'd let everyone know that the 3 richest Australians have made $1.5 million an hour since 2020.
Doing it tough, huh?
Yeah. How fucked is that? That's a lot of money.
Oh shit, yeah. Who are the top 3? Gina
Um,
Reinhardt, number 1.
Yeah. Gina Reinhardt, Andrew Forrest, and I can't remember how to say this guy's name. Harry, I literally looked it up before how to say it. It's like Triguboff.
What are the 2 blokes? What do they do? I know Gina Reinhardt's got the dome and
I don't know what
The
Andrew
Corey, whatever
Forrest
the fuck it
does. I have a feeling the other bloke's got something to do with like one of the news channels. So Andrew Forrest, Australian businessman, nicknamed Twiggy, is an Australian businessman best known as the former CEO of Fortesque Metals Group. I could be saying that wrong. So he's within like the mining industry
Yeah,
and cattle,
classic.
I think. The other fella, who I have no idea how to say his name, I'm probably butchering it so bad, is the managing director of Meriton. I thought he was something to do with the news. He's known as High Rise Harry.
What's Oh, like Meriton Hotel. Is that what it
Yeah.
is? Right.
You wouldn't think there'd be so much money in that.
Tax dodging probably.
They're very fancy though, those hotels.
Yeah.
Anyway, bit of a random one.
So what are they worth each then? What's
Oh,
their
I've
net worth?
just closed all of their tabs.
Oh, well, geez. You got to give us these facts, Isabella. You can't just...
Okay, his net worth is $15.5 billion US dollars. What do you reckon Gina Reinhardt's is?
It's like 30 billion, I think. Something stupid.
Yeah, 33.1. And Andrew Forrest is 24.2 billion. Gina Reinhardt just takes the cake.
Doing it tough, eh?
Yeah.
Thanks to her father.
That must be rough. Anyway,
He was a bad man.
my Daily Mail article, I'm only really sharing this because I just want everyone to know. I'm sure everyone's well aware. But like Daily Mail just reports absolute shit.
Isabella, we're aware of this. This is why you do this segment.
For me, I just don't know why it's news.
I made it on there, bro.
True. But like sometimes I find articles and it's just like, oh, they're like so dumb, like it's a bit funny. This one's just like pointless. Anyway, so you know Carrie Bickmore?
Yep.
Yep. So she
From
was
Carrie and Tommy.
used to be the presenter on the project, whatnot. So the poor girl, she's very beautiful, isn't she? I think she's
Yeah.
like really stunning. She accidentally posted like this selfie on Instagram. So the article title is Carrie Unmasked. Bickmore accidentally posts a makeup-free selfie before deleting the post 10 seconds later. Glamorous media personality Carrie Bickmore was left fumbling for the delete button recently when she accidentally posted a makeup-free selfie online. She's just posted this little selfie and you could tell she's just like obviously accidentally hit the button and then pressed post. And I think at the same time she's posted this, she'd actually posted like this bikini reel as well.
Righto.
But I'm just like, what loser has screenshotted this and sent
Slow
it to
day.
Daily Mail? Like, because it said that some anonymous person has said that she deleted it like 10 seconds later. And I'm like, as you would. But this,
Yeah,
Not
okay, I'm
really,
just going
like-
to keep it up.
not really news, but like if she'd shared her nudes or something, but accidentally, you'd probably be like, cool, that's a great article. Like, but I'm like, this poor lady's just done the typical like middle-aged thing where you
Her flashlight's probably blaring. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
it's a little bit funny, but I'm like,
Yeah, it's just
She
not.
probably
It's just not
doesn't-
news.
she probably doesn't even care,
No.
right? She actually looks quite good in that.
Yeah, she looks fine.
She looks fine. Anyway, that's my article for this week. And why don't you update us on what's in the spotlight?
Well, guys, it's going to be a pretty common occurrence. The Supercross is going to be in here a fair bit this year. Was it San Francisco this weekend?
Oh, we should go.
Piss down rain.
Oh, it's already been.
Yes.
Never
This weekend
mind.
gone. Piss down rain. And the track was just utter slop. But it's pretty cool to see.
So do they ride outside?
It's in a stadium
Oh, yeah.
without a roof.
But it doesn't have a roof, yeah.
No. There is certain stadiums that do have them, but they're all football stadiums, so usually not.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool to see what some of the mechanics do to reduce mud getting in places. So they'll put like a really long visor on the helmets.
Really?
They'll pack like foam in anywhere. They put foam on top of the helmets.
Mm.
What else they do? Heaps of shit, like just to try and keep the mud out of everywhere. But it's nearly impossible. Like
Yeah,
you
it
should have
would
seen the
be.
bikes.
That'd be shit. And mud wouldn't be any good, like, for a bike,
No,
right?
so then a lot of clutches got fried in the 250
Oh.
class because obviously you use them so much and you're getting no traction.
Yeah.
So then like the bike just stops. You can't go anywhere.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what the Lawrence boys ride in?
Yes.
So how'd they go?
No, not terrible.
So do they race every week?
Every weekend, yeah. They usually
For
have
how
like
long? Like how long of a time period do they do this for?
what do you mean?
Like months?
Like how many rounds? There's 17 rounds of Supercross.
Right. So I thought it was just one thing.
No.
Wow.
No, so Jed had the points lead, but he lost it on the weekend after bit of a bad day in the mud. He's not really a mud specialist, you wouldn't call him. The guy that won it, Chase Sexton, he got an awesome start. Like
Mhm.
just shot out, nearly bloody wrecked himself down the start straight, but got out the front. And obviously, if you're out the front, you're not copping any mud off anyone else.
Oh,
So
that's true. That'd be shit wearing the mud from
Yeah.
the person in front of you.
it's
How old do you have to be to do Supercross, or you just have to be
16
good enough?
senior,
Oh, yeah.
16, yeah.
Right, that's pretty young.
So yeah, Jet got 9th maybe. Hunter, his brother, got 10th. So they were close-ish.
Yeah, right.
Jet got overlapped, but it was a mud race, so it's just one of them things. It's probably going to happen in them circumstances. Like it's just
Yeah.
not ideal.
Yeah,
just like
it is what it is.
it's part of the sport that it's
Yeah.
just different circumstances. Horses for courses. So it was fucking wet. I would have hated every second of it myself, but everyone there was in pretty high spirits, so it was alright. But the thing was the pits were 500 yards, which is like half a mile, which is not 500 yards, I don't think. Half a mile from the
The
stadium.
fact that Americans use yards just doesn't even
Imperial
sound
system
real.
just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't even sound real, does it?
But yeah, they were half a mile from the stadium, like the
How long's
pits.
half a mile?
Like,
Like a mile's more than a kilometre. Yeah.
yes.
Sorry, I won't ask you that. You're obviously not going to know it.
Look it up.
You
Um,
continue talking.
But the thing was, because it was all on like through like a parking lot and along the street, so they had to wash the bikes
Oh.
before they went back to the pit. So like usually you just ride back to your pit, wash the bike there, then wheel it inside. But they have to pull off. Like the dude that just rode, I'm not sure what exactly they'd do, whether they'd leave the bike there and find their own way back to the pit, or wait for their bike to get washed and shit.
Mm.
So it would have been the biggest pain in the ass for a mud race. Like it was pretty cool
Yeah.
setup. Like a normal
Yeah.
race day would have been fine. You just quickly wash the bike and then get going. But in the mud, it was just treacherous. But the good thing was the pits, they were actually undercover. So that was another thing they
Yeah, true.
avoided in the rain.
I just got that wrong. I meant a kilometre is more than a mile.
Yes.
Yeah, so 1.6 kilometres is 1
Yeah,
mile.
a mile is longer than a kilometre.
Yeah. So it's
I
not,
knew what you meant.
Yeah. Nice. Anything else?
Not really. It's a bit slow. The cricket's been playing out, but I don't
I
really
think you've forgotten something.
dabble in it.
The Australian Open has started.
I'm not worried about it. That's not in my spotlight. So.
I will be watching that. It's not what's in yours, it's in what's in the.
If it's not within my...
Well, I'm very excited to watch it. And I'm not even that invested in tennis. I just like watching it.
I'm just not a massive fan.
It's like good
cricket.
background noise.
Tennis.
I used to stay up quite late watching it when I was younger.
Can go really late sometimes, eh?
Yeah, and
Maybe
that's
like
what I
midnight.
like, those really intense games. Match point. That's what it sounds like on the Wii. Anyway.
But that's about it, yeah. Watch that. That was my Saturday.
Oh.
Sunday, sorry.
Yeah,
Taken up, so it was good.
cool. So is anything up your nose this week?
There's a bit up my nose, Isabella.
There is.
Would you like to hear from me first, or you can go? I've got something here.
Okay, I'll give you mine because I feel like I've said this before, but it pissed me off today. And it happened to us. We were travelling home from the coast, and I would say 3 or 4 times along the highway in a 110 zone, we had someone pull out in front of us from like a driveway or like a off-road, just pull out in front and like going really slow. We had this one car, we had to like slam the brakes that freaking hard.
Love
And
you
it-
saying we as if all like
We were
four
all
of you
driving. We were all driving, yeah. Ellen had to slam the brakes really hard. But it was also like double white line, so we had nowhere to like go. Then another time, like we had 2 trucks do it as well. It was just like really frustrating. Like, why did it keep happening? It was so dumb. And it was only us. Like, there was not really ever people behind us. So I'm like, why can't you just wait for us to go past and then you can go? Or if you're going to pull out, do the speed limit. Don't sit on 50.
It's nothing. Oh, I mean, there
So
is
in-
small things in
It's
frustration.
just really infuriating.
When someone pulls out and then goes slow, it's like,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
there was this car. It was like full of like people. It was like a kind of people mover kind of vibe. Just so many people in it, and just going so
Way
slow. It just made me angry. Anyway,
Is that it?
also, why can't servos like serve decent coffee? There needs to be a market for
Other
that.
priorities, probably.
Although I did get this one. It's like that brand. It's like Boss Coffee. They come in the cans. It's actually, they're all right.
Coffee in a can just ain't right, bro.
But it was the best thing you could get. Then we stopped at the coffee club in Chinchilla and it was great. Anyway, let me know what's up your nose.
Righto, I've got a bit of a conundrum for you. I just want me to give your opinions on it. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go through it.
Let me
okay.
hear.
So, someone breaks into your house, kills your grandparents,
Oh.
makes your parents slaves, steals your house, burns your belongings that have been in the family for
Steals
years.
my house.
Yes, steals it off you, kicks you out, sort of
Yep.
thing. I mean, you can hang around, but they then imprison you in an attempt to brainwash you. You have children. Your children are finally then set free, and they accept to apologise. These people that have broken in.
Are you repeating Australian history?
But in an attempt of their apology, these people invite you over to their house for dinner, which is your grandparents' house that they stole. They mentioned to you that every year they'd like you over for dinner to celebrate the peace that you have found with them.
Yeah.
You then come to realise that date they invite you over on every year is the same date that they stole your grandparents' house and killed them. Would you be happy about that as well?
Absolutely not.
No, probably not. Probably not. So,
That's a very good way to put it,
yes,
isn't it?
thank you. I've thought about this. So, Peter Dutton, you motherfucker, you want to carry on about the Chinese Australia Day memorabilia not being stocked in Woolworths and how this generation is, what's the word, soft, or they just can't handle it. Maybe think about what the
This impact is?
26th of January might mean to some of the First Nation people of this country. It just really got up my nose how they're carrying on about this.
It's white privilege.
Yes, they just, you soon turn it into something else and you realise how fucked up.
It is.
I know, we need to change it out. It's bottom line. Everyone's sort of sceptical. How do we do it?
It just needs to happen.
Why don't we just pick a day, like the last Monday of January or something, or the first Monday of February?
But I think that's up to First Nations people.
I know, that's what I'm
that's
saying.
up to their leaders and their people, to decide on that.
But
I
I
don't
think-
know how you would do it.
I would like to
But
keep
it
it
just-
in the summer.
Yeah, but it's also not up to us.
No, but what I'm saying is I think some of the tradition of Australia Day needs to be kept the way it is now because it is such a
so
good time to
you're-
celebrate.
Yeah, okay. I get what you mean, right?
So obviously we want a day off work, so we can't just have it as the first Sunday of February or something like that because it's not right. You won't get your day off work. We need a day off work. That's
That's
more the
important.
reason why we like it. So maybe the first Monday or something. But obviously we need to find a bit of significance around the date and why we want to do it like that. But I don't understand why it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Do
you think it'll happen?
It will.
It's
Yeah.
got to, hey, soon. It might not be soon.
We've changed
but
the Queen's birthday holiday in Queensland not that long ago.
Yeah, because
Why?
it's the King's birthday. But
No,
they
but like the
changed
day
the
of
Queen's
it.
prior, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is it such a big...
It's not a hard
yeah.
thing to do.
It just infuriates me that white people can be so offended by the date wanting to be changed when it absolutely has no effect on them or their life.
Yeah. What's it going to affect
You haven't had to deal with this, the generational impact of any of these events because you're white, you're born white, you're brought up probably in quite a privileged position.
Peter Dutton, he would have gone to the best private school in fucking Sydney and all the rest of it.
Exactly. He's raking in the money and, it's just wrong.
Yeah, and he wants shit that's made in China. It would
Yeah,
be made in
it
China.
would be 100%.
Stocked on the shelves at Woolworths. I love how there's been no uproar about the price gouging that Woolworths and Coles have been doing, but
Yeah.
now they don't want to start selling cheapo shit.
This
Ignore
is a bit off topic.
Ignore the
but
dog, guys.
I saw on one of the Daily Mail articles that Woolies, one of the Woolies has been damaged with graffiti, it's
Oh,
been
really?
yeah, which I think was related to the I think that Arnie just fell down the stairs.
I don't know.
Relating to the ridiculous prices and whatnot. But
Speaking of ridiculous prices, have you seen this? I was scrolling through Reddit trying to find my question for you.
yeah,
This person comes to the checkout, looks at the due total, looks at the items bought and goes, that's not right. So it was an item for $1.60, item for $4.20, item for $5.26, item for $4.65, giving a grand total of $15.70.
Yeah.
The due amount on the machine, on the self-checkout machine, $17.90. $17.90.
I don't get it. What are you saying?
Are you serious?
So it's $17.
It should be $15.70. It's
So how is it more?
Woolworths. This is what it is. Is Woolworths doing this every time you check out? They're putting $2
I
on.
wouldn't even know if it's wrong. Hey,
That's what people in these comments are like. Thanks for the heads up. I've never ever checked it. Especially when it's like a big event. You're not going to
God,
add
check,
like a
yeah.
$170 thing
Oh
up.
wow! You know what? Like the amount of times, like today, I went in just to get some stuff for like lunch tomorrow, and make sure we had stuff for like something for dinner, which was just like I got literally a cauliflower because it's needed in like the recipe, and some frozen veggies, and I was expecting it to be like $30 max because I didn't really buy anything expensive. It was $50, and I was like, "There's no way that could have cost that much." That is so wrong. Wow, I didn't
There
even
might
know
be-
that they could do that.
Hold on, there might be dramas here. It says there's 5 items and I can only see 4.
So this person's actually fake.
I don't know.
Anyway, wouldn't surprise me.
No,
to be
it wouldn't.
honest. All right, what else is up your nose?
I've been on this before, but I'm back again.
Mm-hmm.
Indy Clinton's kids on TikTok. I sent you the TikTok that I've seen. People are worried about the old men on social media accounts.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried about the young women on there, to be honest. Because there was this account that I sent you, and it's literally a montage of her kids saying how good looking they are.
Yeah.
Is that not fucking weird?
It is like how they like have all the screenshots and stuff of them,
Yeah.
and they've made like a
Look at this shit.
montage. What's the account? Just a random.
Just
ass
a
account.
random account, yeah.
But it makes you wonder, like, how old that person is behind them. Like, do you reckon it's like a young?
I think it
female
is. Like the
fan?
way they're sort of talking, like the comments and stuff.
Yeah, it is a
Um,
bit strange.
And then there was a comment, looks to be maybe deleted, and someone was talking about how hot the child would be when they grew up. Not like cute or attractive, like the word was hot. It was like, what the
Ew.
fuck? So people,
That's
this
weird.
comes back to probably don't put your kids on social media because there's some weird motherfuckers out there.
That is really weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Like calling them hot.
Yeah, it's
I don't like
fucking
that.
odd.
But I guess that's what happens when you bring your kids up in.
I think it's very
Media.
dangerous. I'm becoming more and more
Against it.
against the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's like the search bar in TikTok. Navy in the toilet. It's fucking very odd.
That's weird. I know there's a video of him like where he fell in the toilet. It's pinned on her TikTok. I think it's quite funny. But like, is that what they're looking for?
Probably.
Really weird.
It's odd as fuck.
It is.
Now
Anything else?
that's all that's up my nose.
That's fair. I think I'm about the same, hey. I don't think there's anything too much annoying me this week. If you had to ask me probably tomorrow when I'm back at work, I'm sure there'll be a lot.
Plenty more.
But I'm feeling pretty good at the moment.
But for my Reddit, I've come across Australian nostalgia.
Oh.
Been a few things. Remember when there were scales at the chemist? Remember that? Like they'd be at like the front door.
Show me. Oh, yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, like them weird fucking scales.
Yeah, yeah.
Come across that, I was like, geez, it's just some of these things you never really think of. And
Yeah, and like, why? I guess you weigh yourself so you know how much medication you need.
let me have another look. I only really got that far because I saw the scales. I was like,
This will be good.
but keep talking, Isabella. While I try and find
About
something.
what?
I don't know. Oh, I remember cheese spreads, them fucking things.
Oh, I was talking about this at work the other day. So, do you remember, like the cheese sticks? Now, not the ones that are like the bigger brand that come in the fridge. They come in the pantry, like aisle, and I'll just find. I think the brand's Kraft,
What were them like circle cheese things?
Baby Bell, or
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. I'll show you this shit.
I wasn't a fan of any of that sort of stuff. It tasted too fake.
Yes, well, this absolutely like has to be fake cheese. It definitely is fake cheese. Do you remember these? So they have like a clear,
Oh yeah,
a clear wrapper.
they're really hard like to get the end off.
Yeah, and like they've got like just like I don't even know what that
And they
is.
like they go like soft in my bag and they'll just like squish them and shit.
Oh, but they don't come in the fridge.
Yeah, fucking.
They
You
come
shouldn't
off
be
the
eating.
shelf.
Shouldn't be eating cheese. It's on the
So
shelf.
it makes me wonder. I was talking about this with a girl at work because she eats like those the snack things like with the cheesy dip in them, and she's like I was telling her about the cheese sticks. She's like, that's the shit's probably the same like the snack dip.
Yeah.
She's like, you would not like that. I was like, there's no fucking way I'd like that, and it made me think about how kids are so easily like influenced because I said to my mum like, why did you ever feed me them? And she's like, because you would have
You
seen
wanted
someone
them, yeah.
else at school eat them.
Like roll ups. Them things were way too
Terrible.
sweet.
But they're so bad for your teeth. We were never allowed them.
No, we weren't eating either.
But like I'd always try and swap my lunch with someone to get one. But it also reminded me of, do you remember like the cheese spread?
Maybe.
So
if I
it's
see what
like-
you're talking about. Oh, okay.
So it's like instead of like, you buy peanut butter in a jar,
Yeah.
you could buy like
Oh,
cheese
Yuck.
spread in a jar.
Oh, that makes me feel it's sick.
Oh, it's so wrong. I don't get it. While we're at the coast, we went into this shop. I can't think of what it's called, but it was just full of like American lollies and food. And one of the first things I saw on the shelf was like cheese in a can. Do you remember on 17
Yeah.
again?
Yeah,
It was
not wrong.
that. Yeah, it's so wrong. So if you eat that, you're probably like not doing your intestines or your gut
Yeah.
or anything any good.
I've just seen this photo of like a cake machine, and it reminds me of
Sizzler?
Sizzler.
Yeah.
What did you get when you used to go to Sizzler?
Potato skins,
I used to love the pasta.
the
Pasta
spaghetti
was so good.
bolognese.
Yeah, spag bowl. It was
Yeah,
good.
used to get that.
I don't think I ever like had meat there, like any form
No.
of meat. It was
I
all just
remember
sides.
like one.
Oh,
You know how
the
you
cheesy,
always
the garlic bread. Remember
yeah, yum. Did you ever get the potato skins?
that? I don't think so.
Oh, really good. Pumpkin soup. I used to get that.
Oh yeah, the pumpkin soup.
One time we went there and we didn't get the salad bar because we were going for like a sit down like lunch. I remember getting a cheeseburger and they like put like the sauce in like a smiley face. And I
Oh.
thought it was so cool. But it used to be really expensive, I think.
Remember like them plates, them like off yellow
Yeah.
sort of color.
But remember the dessert?
Oh yeah, dessert was fucking the
So
go.
you'd get like, there'd be all like that fruit, there'd be all the ice cream. I actually have a very traumatic experience from Sizzler as a kid. I don't think I've ever told you this. So we never went there because no one else in my family liked it except for me. So I would want to go there every year for my birthday. So we went there for my birthday one year. It's probably the last time I ever stepped foot in that restaurant. And I can't even remember exactly how it went, but we were lining up for the dessert and someone had chocolate mousse in like one of those little, had like the little bowls, the dessert bowls.
Yeah, yeah. The mousse was good. Actually.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it was mum holding the mousse. And this man was like, oh, you can go in front of me. And when he's like done this and like knocked mum's hand, she had this thing of mousse and it landed on my back of my head, like this bowl of chocolate mousse. And I can't remember if mum was holding it or if the man was holding it. And
Either
I got
way, you wore it.
I wore it to the back of my head, chocolate mousse. I like went to the bathroom. I was so upset. I was like probably like 10 and I was like, my birthday is ruined. I've got chocolate mousse all through my hair. I never, ever, ever ate chocolate mousse ever again
Turned off it.
until like literally like last year because you brought it home from Woolies one day. I was like, this is really good. But I was so traumatized by it. And I used to get made fun of by my sister all the time because of the mousse incident. But the food there was always so good.
I bet it was shit.
Yeah,
But we
well,
thought
mum
it
and
was
dad
great.
was always like, we're not going there. Like, that's terrible. Like, you'd pay like a lot of money for like shit you could probably make better at home.
Yeah.
But I used to think, oh, you could pick so many things. You can
Yeah,
just
it's
go
the
back and
options.
forth.
Another thing here, fairy bread. I actually made some. We didn't have any sweets in the house, so
Yeah.
last week when I got home, I made some
it
fairy
was
bread.
really
on some
random of you actually to make that.
fresh bread. It was good. What else we got here? Oh, remember the Macca's trays?
Yes.
Jeez, there's so many things. Oh, remember the mad spoons you used to get in the McFlurry? It had like a
With the
square.
M on the end.
it
Oh,
was,
no,
like,
the
square.
big flurry ones. Yeah, I always used to try and like drink
Suck
through
it,
it.
yeah.
But it was like sealed. You know what I was just thinking, like on the topic of like food and that, like something that is up my nose is the price of like cocktails.
They've always been expensive, eh?
So you know what I just remembered? We went to this place before we went on that yacht on the Saturday night. And earlier in the day, like 2 other girls and myself shared a cocktail jug at the pavilion. It was like $40. So it worked out like a lot cheaper for us to share it between us. So then I bought a cocktail jug. And when I say jug, it's not really a fucking jug. It's like this tiny little, I'll call it like a pitcher. Like, yeah. I've got one of them. $80. And I was like, excuse me, for what? Like, have you charged me correctly? And we like asked. And he goes, yeah, well, it's got like 4 drinks in it. Like 4 shots. And we're like, end? It was like so small. And I was like, what the fuck? It was so bad. $80. Anyway.
Fucking dogs, eh?
Yeah. Any other nostalgic images there?
No, but I saw another good question today.
Yep.
If someone come to you from the future and said they were, how long do you think it would take for them to convince you? Like, do you think you could actually be convinced? Not someone
No.
you know or anything?
No. I don't reckon.
I reckon I could.
I'm not that gullible. Like, even if it was real, I still don't think I would believe that. I'm a very skeptical person, I would say.
But when has someone ever come to you and said, I'm from the future?
No one, and if they did, I would think they're on crack. Have you not seen?
Yeah, but if they
You know
look
what?
put together and shit.
If I was on Surfers Paradise like I was over the weekend, I'd definitely think they're on crack. There's some creatures about there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Was our mate in his fucking...
bikini there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really funny to see some of the girls who like haven't been there, like, or like in a really long time. They're like, who's that guy? Like, did you see what he was wearing? I'm like, he's been here for years. Like, and
Weird
he's
motherfucker.
got the pink bikini and the yellow one. And they're like, what does he do? I'm like, he just sits there, people watches. Sometimes he has little stuffed animals and they have like a little picnic. He's weird, eh?
Fucking weirdo.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. How long do you think it'd take you? I would need some kind
I don't
of
know. I think
proof.
I don't think it's a time thing. I think it would just take a lot of...
Convincing.
Yes.
I would need some very like solid things.
I think it'd take me like 6 months. I
But
got
it's
to be...
not hard to predict like what could happen in the future, so people could easily just make it up.
Like, I'd need like 6 months. I go, in 6 months' time, this is going to happen. And then they got to come back to me, you know? Like a sporting
yeah, they
event.
prove themselves.
I'd probably have to do a few things. And be like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe this
See, like in my head, I think.
I mean, show me the time machine.
Yeah, would you go with them?
Probably not. Maybe. I mean, they need to convince
You
me
might
first.
not come back.
Maybe not.
It's all too much for me. This is when I get, like Interstellar.
Great movie.
It weirds me out, and that's what that reminds me of. What's it called? Is it Parallel Universe or something?
Multiverse theory.
Yeah, I
It's like infinite amount of
hate
universes.
it. I used to love space growing up. Always used to say like, oh, I'm gonna go to space one day. I love space. Still did all through high school. Used to be so fascinated by it. I was like, if I was rich, I'd go to the moon. That's the first thing I do. I watched Interstellar. Fucking never, ever gonna be interested in space ever again. Creeped me out so
It's
much.
an awesome movie.
It's a great movie, but the whole aspect of it really freaked me out. That like there could be something else out there.
Like another universe.
I don't
but
want to
just
be
like-
open-minded about that. It's so weird.
It's fucking good movie. It's a great movie. I love it.
It is a good movie. Do you reckon that's your favourite,
Pulls-
all-time favourite movie?
Yeah. Pulls on the heartstrings a bit.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind rewatching it, but is it the end where it shows you all of that? Because, it made me feel sick.
Yeah, like they spend way too long on the bloody...
You guys know how I am
planet
with my
and
fear
shit.
of death and stuff. Like, it was overwhelming. Anyway,
Yeah. The merch guys got the website sorted out.
yep.
After
So we'll put some photos up this week.
Just going to try and sort out... I reckon we just try and get them bucket hat
Sorted first.
sorted and then get them up and then it'll be all systems go.
Yes. You'll
So I'll
just
put the-
stay tuned on the Instagram
Yeah,
and
put the
you'll
link.
see it there. Yeah.
In the bio, and then we might do a post and stuff. Really get it out there. But
Yes. You'll know
it's all in
about
the
it.
pipeline, guys. We had a few technical difficulties with it, but we got around them with postage and stuff, so it's all
Yeah.
sweet.
So we should be able to have an option for like local pickup and for like Australia-wide shipping.
S'mores. We're just gonna do the tea, you think,
Yeah. So I think like
or do you want to go and
in terms of the teas, given on like what the demand is, we can always order like a separate style, but when we've kind of ordered our mock-up ones, they were just like a men's tee, like small, medium, large kind of vibe. So the small is like the smallest size, a men's small. And I would say it would fit me like a little bit oversized.
But I think that's probably how you want to wear
But I
it.
think that's how, what the vibe would be. So we can put some photos up of us wearing them. And for any of like you girls out there that like might want one but think the small might be a bit big, we can see if we can maybe order like the women's tees, because we've got a design. We just have to put them on the shirts. Like I don't think it would be too difficult, but it would just depend on what the demand is. I think
Yeah.
we'll just start with the men's tees because they're still like a really nice fit. Like I easily can wear the men's small, I think.
Yeah, and going the other way, guys, I think we're going to get the biggest is going to be an XL.
For the boys.
So, but if there's anyone out there that thinks they might be bigger, just reach out and we can make
Yeah,
that
we
option.
can just order it, yeah.
Yeah, we can make that option available. And
We're just going to start small, like, but obviously if you guys, it doesn't matter if there's just one person that wants it bigger. Like,
Yeah,
it's
just
not
reach
going to
out.
matter, because kind of how it works is we design our shirt and then we just order what sizes
yeah, it's going to be
are
a
wanted.
pre-sale, so,
So
it'll be a bit.
It'll be, a little bit of a time-consuming thing, but it'll be quite simple in the end.
I think we'll have it open for like a week or something, probably,
yeah,
the pre-sale.
so we'll just see how we
Get
go.
that through and then we can do a full order. But yeah, if you get on and you think you might be like a 2XL, just buy the just buy like purchase the XL and then
and
message
send
us
us a DM, for the size.
privately saying that you'd probably want to jump
Yeah.
up. But
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think that should cover all
Most
bases in that respect, and
yeah.
that'll be about it for the merchandise
Merch.
side of things.
Yeah, the bucket hats will be cool. Hoping you could do like a corduroy kind
Yeah,
of
they do it.
vibe.
Yeah, they do a cord one, which would be
Yeah.
cool, I think.
Yeah. Did you know how much they were?
No, I'll have to get on tonight and have a quick look.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Hopefully we can get on top of that in the next week or so we can get it sorted.
Yeah, I reckon hopefully by sort of Friday-ish, I'll
Yeah.
open the pre-sale.
Should have a little bit of like downtime this week to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to doing that. And I think that's all from me this week. Do you have anything else, Jet?
I probably do, Isabella, but I can't think. Oh, I was going to pose this to you. I think to get the socials going a bit more, I think we should both do a sort of a day in the life vlog. What we get up to at work.
On the vlogs. I
Piece
can't
of-
do that.
Just an Instagram, and
You
then we
can
can
do
do a voiceover or something.
I can't do that. Confidentiality.
You don't have to put fucking patient's name in there, but you can show us
Yeah.
what you do on a day.
I'd be too embarrassed to do that at work.
I
I'm
think-
like, hey guys, just check
no, well,
my
you just do the
email."
videos, and then we can voice it over later.
Yeah. Okay.
think-
Sounds good.
We can do that sort of week by week sort of thing, like a
Yeah. I think a big thing on your Instagram is like being active on stories as well. Because I think that's how you actually really do attract like people. And we're not very active on our
Nah.
story.
We're not. That's what I was thinking to get the socials going a bit more. We could each do a day in the life, what we get up to at work.
People don't want to know.
You
They'll
don't know
see
that.
me crying in the corner. I'll be like, so then I went and had a cry,
See me throwing tools at my father.
and then you have to like mute it all.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
yeah, rightio. Well,
Rightio, guys. Well,
we'll
we
talk
will
to you next week.
Yes. Yeah, but hopefully Friday. I think this coming Friday, what day will that be? Friday the 20th?
The 19th.
Oh, Geordie's
It's-
birthday.
It's the 19th.
Oh, happy birthday, Geordie.
Happy birthday, Jody.
Yeah, 19th, Friday 19th.
Easy.
Yeah, I reckon we sort that out, get the bucket out sorted out, and we go from there.
All right. Well,
Rightio, guys.
we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening.
Cheerio.
Bye-bye.